So, John Porterfield.
Hello.
Lent us a car about 3 years ago. We put 333 miles on it, a Nissan Leaf. I thought at least I could do is let him have a
payback time.
Have a smoke round in a Tesla. John's no stranger to a Tesla. He knows how they work. It's just he's never driven one with autopilot. So he said, "Can I try it out?" Be my guest. So when you're ready, mate.
So off we go. I keep forgetting how massive that screen is. We mentioned this earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny what you get used to. Oh, nice heavy regen. Have you got it on set on maximum regen?
Yes. Yeah. It's
Where do you want to go?
You go where you like. It's nice that you know where you're going.
Like my friend Chris, who I did the Land's End to John O'Groats run in, Chris Ramsey.
Yeah.
He works in the oil industry, but
in the oil industry.
Yeah, in Aberdeen.
How's he doing? Because it's on a bit of a downward spiral, isn't it?
He's been made redundant. So I only found out last week. So he's plugged in Adventures.
Yeah.
Chris Ramsey, and he's got some great plans for 2017.
We'll put a link to that, Plugged In Adventures. If
Chris is a great guy, and yeah, he's got some exciting projects with Nissan, which I can't talk too much about.
Okay.
That are coming up.
That'd be something to keep an eye on.
So,
has he got a YouTube channel then?
Yes, the occasional video on Plugged In Adventures.
Plugged In Adventures on YouTube. Yeah. Probably going to be worth a look. I certainly will be taking a look at that.
I like, you see, the dash is different to what I remember.
Yeah.
You've obviously configured it in a way.
I've not done anything. That's exactly as it came.
Oh, okay.
But I know that over the time Tesla have changed.
Yeah.
The old dash used to have an analog.
Yes. That's what I remember.
A digital analog.
See, I like the fact the car is telling me it's sensing the car on my left. Oh, and the brake lights come on and the indicator. I like that.
Yeah. Did it not do that on your one?
No.
I like it that it tells you the speed limits. I mean, I know a lot of cars do that now, but
yeah, I think it had that. Because mine was, the one I borrowed was a 14 plate, one of the last of the rear wheel drive P85s. It had the horrible low profile tyres.
On the 21s.
Yeah, and they were all curved badly. It wasn't me.
Yeah, when we test drove one and it was on 21s and the rims were battered. And I think, who's been driving this?
And I think they're about £800 each. Those rims
per wheel.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's another reason we went for the 19s.
And it's a softer ride as well.
Yeah. This is on springs. There's no air on this. So.
And again, the air was a bit of a gimmick, but this.
How's it feel in comparison?
It's a lot softer than what I remember the P85 being.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes, that's nice. I've forgotten that.
Happy with that?
So I've got some sensors coming on the near side. Is that the curb it's reading?
It's reading at the far distance. It's reading the hedges.
Right. Okay.
But it does that all the time. I've got to say, you get used to it. You tend to focus on it a little bit, but over time, it wears off.
You see, this is the entry spec Model S. It's just great. Don't think you're being shortchanged if you get an entry spec. You don't need anything else.
That's very true, actually. The only upgrades on this car were the interior, the seats.
Yeah.
And we got the power liftgate, the upgrade package. The stereo's standard. You get heated seats as standard, not in the rear, but we've had them before in the rear underneath, and we just didn't need them.
It's more than adequate, isn't it?
You can, as soon as you see the little steering wheel on the right there, John, you can see where you've got the speedo.
Yeah.
And you can see to the right it's got a little steering wheel. Yeah. Now just below there's the store. Do you want me to pull it on for you?
What do I do? Pull it towards me?
If you pull it once, that puts on the adaptive cruise control, so it will stay at that speed.
Yeah.
And then if you pull it twice quickly, that's what's on.
Oh, hey! That's it. Wow.
And then you can knock your speed up to. I'll just knock it up to 60 for you. There we go.
See, that's really weird because I felt the car pull the steering wheel and centre me up in the middle of the road.
It makes you aware of just how off centre you were driving, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. I do tend to drive left of the lane. It's my word. The car is. Okay. Yeah, there's a big lorry coming, but you know, let's not panic here. Wow. And you can see the sensors sensing where the white lines are in the car.
And if you imagine it does this on an A road.
Yes.
On the motorway, it's absolutely faultless. It doesn't do anything wrong on the motorway at all. It just sits 70 miles an hour, 75, problem free.
Right, hold steering wheel.
What that's asking you, when you hold it, what you inadvertently do is put some steering. You put a bit of torque for the steering column,
right.
Or you put some effort for the steering column. It detects that.
Detects that over here.
Yeah.
This is quite amazing. Coming up to a roundabout, we've come round a bend. It's now straightening up.
So when you get to the point where if you just tap the brake now,
just tap the brake, turn everything off.
That's it.
And I've got control back. Yeah.
You haven't got full regen yet because the battery has.
So I'm going to twist it around and go back.
Yeah, you can do. You can drive it wherever you like.
What, John O'Groats?
As I say, as long as you pay for the electricity, which is going to, I think, it'll amount to about 25 pence. And
I reckon we could have a lads long weekend. Kate won't miss you, will she?
No.
Right, just text her. So does it do a resume, or you just got to reset it again?
You have to reset it again.
Okay.
So you can see that it knows it's 60.
Right, it's gone back up to 60 again.
That's adaptive cruise.
So it's going back up to the preset.
Yeah, the autopilot's not on yet. Now it's on. So once it's for the adaptive cruise,
keep both hands on the wheel.
Yeah, you can take.
It's all right.
Yeah. That's just a warn. Now then, you see what it's just done here?
Okay.
It's because it's done this before. It's because it thinks that 60 under certain conditions is too quick for this corner.
Right.
So when we come off this corner, you'll see that it will automatically speed up to 60.
That's very clever.
Yeah. As you come down from Scotland on the A7, is it the A7?
A9.
A9. It does that a lot.
Right.
So when you come off this corner, it says it will go up to 60 and then it'll just fire off again.
Right.
He says.
Well, it's saying maximum 45.
There you go.
Hang on. That is really clever. So is it perhaps taking into account the cold conditions, maybe ice?
I think what's happened is previously somebody's driven down this road in a Tesla on autopilot, and Tesla have downloaded that information and gone,
that's clever.
That's too fast. You just need to just give the steering wheel a little input. That's it. As soon as you hold it, you inadvertently put some steering effort in.
If you can see my feet, they're not touching anything. Neither are my hands, and we're going around a bend.
It's quite amazing.
This is just. In fact, I thought I'd be more panicky than I was. I thought I'd be more anxious because I can be a bit OCD. Yeah. But within what's it been? A couple of minutes, my confidence has just grown to the point where I can quite easily see doing motorway trips in this.
Yeah, my mother, she wasn't comfortable with it, but I tried to explain that after 10 minutes it was okay. So I don't know what it's going to do here. Let's see.
Right, is it going to read the chevrons? It is.
There you go. Let's slow it down.
Look at that.
You've got to hold the steering wheel though, John.
Right, yeah.
Just there. It's just asked you to there you go. Oh, just put another bit of input in. There you go.
Water steep. Right, restricted to 40 because it's a 40 zone.
Yeah.
So although I've got it set to 60, it's knocked itself down because it's recognised the zone, which was similar to the P85 I had.
But ultimately, what it's made for is, I think, for motorways.
Yes.
Yeah, it's made for motorways and where you don't want to drive.
So where's your distance to empty on this? I know you've got 91%.
You just change that.
Oh, right.
You change it to energy. I have it on energy. I just prefer seeing a percentage. What it's doing is it's warming up the battery as well, which normally I have it so it pre-warms the battery. But if we're going far, then we need that. But actually, if we're not, we don't. So. But you could drive this. I mean, I range tested it yesterday and got just over 200.
That's more than
it did 200.7 miles, and it was on 0 miles. and it restricted the heater and everything like that. We didn't run it out to the point where it stopped. We decided not to. But
like the Leaf, have you got some in reserve?
Yeah, the only way to really tell what usage you've got is by what goes back in, because you regen some, you draw some for the heater, you don't know fully what you've used. It's very difficult to work out what you've used, but you can work out what's going back in.
Yeah.
So and it put just over 62 kilowatts back in, and this is a 60, which effectively, as a 60, you would think you've got about 57 and a half, 58, but you've actually got 62.5 because it's a 75 restricted. So, which brings me to the question of, is it worth upgrading to the 75? And
for what little you'd gain for those occasional times.
Well, let's say you've got 72.5 kilowatts of usage in a 75. It is straight over here, John. But if you want, yeah, but if you want to go right, it's fine. Go where you like. So if you've got a 75 kilowatt battery and you've got a usable 72.5 and the 60's got a 62.5, you're only actually gaining 10 kilowatts.
Yes.
And that's £7,850.
That's a spare Leaf.
That is £785 per kilowatt.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That is a lot of money, isn't it?
I wonder why they've done it that way. Maybe it's because there's less risk on a warranty issue on a 60, and there's more risk on if you max out the battery and they're loading it that way. Possibly,
but then you've got the other things. When it's the other benefits, when it's 100% charged, you've got regen straight away because it's got somewhere to chuck the inverted power. When you charge it, it's the quickest charging battery. No other Tesla battery will charge to full quicker than this one does. And also you're going to suffer no degradation because the degradation's up at the top. So we'll see nothing. We'll see none of that. So I think Tesla have done a really good thing, but I've got a feeling they might change it.
Because they did drop the 60 for a while, didn't they?
The original 60.
And then they brought it back in again.
Yeah, but as a 75.
Right.
Yeah. But the video we made yesterday was to try and show people that actually this car's viable for, it's left here, sorry, it's viable for nearly everybody to do whatever they want. It's I mean, if you can afford a P85D, you're probably going to buy a P85D, let's be honest, or a 90D. But if you can't, and you're a poor man like I am, this is a viable alternative which easily exceeds the expectations. You wouldn't.
You don't mind me asking off the record, how much was it?
65,000. But we've not bought it. We lease it.
Right.
We lease it, so it costs us £460 a month.
Yeah.
The Leaf was costing us £340. So
it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
And it's got supercharging with it. We did 2,500 miles in it, John. It didn't cost us a penny.
No, it's brilliant.
And when I say it didn't cost us a penny, we hadn't even charged it at home. We picked it up from Digbeth in Birmingham, and we went straight to France in it the next day. We didn't charge it at home until we got back. So, do you want to buy it?
Yeah. I keep seeing them popping up at auction.
You can't get hold of them, can you?
And the guy price for the one with the roof and the bells and the whistles.
Yeah.
Guy price is like 56, 57, and I'm like, not in a million years. And I watch it go through an auction, and it goes for over what they say is retail. So they'll end up selling for, it should be 55, 56, and they end up going for 64, 67, 65.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. And okay, it's Spectan, it's the performance and it's the dual and everything else, but they are commanding a high price. And I think as well, is it right?
It is right.
Because up to, where are we? Up to the end of this month, all cars will have free supercharging. So after that, it won't be.
I think it was the 15th. I think they made it. They extended it for 2 weeks.
So I can see used Model S commanding a higher price in the future because that's a Model S with a supercharging enabled for life. And that's going to hold up residuals.
Just for a bit of info for you, which has come to light recently, the supercharging so if you bought a 2014 Model S, and it had supercharging as standard because that was part of the deal, if that car's gone back to Tesla, that's then gone.
Really?
They take it off. It's only if you sell it privately. So if I sold this, if I sold this to Tesla and then you bought it from them, your supercharging's gone. If I sold it to you, your supercharging stays. Yeah. So it's for the life of the car until Tesla get their hands on it again, which you can understand what they're doing, because obviously, ultimately, it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
And they're filtering that out, I suppose, aren't they? So. Yeah. But to be honest, the supercharging is amazing. But unless you're doing 30, 35, 40,000 pounds a year. £30 a year, you could just stick it in front. I'll move it, John, when you're ready to go. So unless you're doing 40,000 miles a year and really relying on it, I mean, the cost, even then, the cost is still peanuts. Yeah. Because I think Tesla are going to ultimately charge you what it costs. Yes. I don't think there's going to be any, as long as they cover the cost to run the charging stations. I think that's what they'll do. Yeah. What do you think, John? For sale now at EcoCars. www.ecocars.net.
Very good.
Happy with that, John?
James. Yeah. Where do I sign?